Now, for the last month, police in Pennsylvania have been looking for someone who entered a police station, killed one police officer, and gravely wounded another. That's understandable. What is not understandable is the lengths that they have gone to. It's undeclared martial law, like we saw in Boston following the bombing there. And a couple of examples. I talk about one person who went out to pick up a pizza and didn't get home until 24 hours later. Another one lost a day's pay because he couldn't leave his home to go to work. The massive police manhunt for suspected cop killer Eric Frine has resulted in unannounced and indefinite roadblocks. A shelter-in-place directive prevented residents from leaving their houses for more than 24 hours at one point, and those who weren't already home could not return. Many people were left to sleep in their cars, and as another report says, they're spending $1.1 million per week to look for this cop killer, using up to 300 troopers. Now, they haven't gone crazy like the cops in LA shooting people that don't match any description to this man, but this is something that we should all be very concerned about. To see that they can enact something that's equivalent to martial law. As one lawyer said on his website, he said, just because their brethren was murdered, one of their brethren was murdered, does not give them a right to violate your rights. And that's exactly the point. Well, there was a massive document dump on Friday, a great time to put out something that you don't want people to pick up, especially when there's a lot of news about a pandemic breaking out. This one was about the Clinton White House. They say tens of thousands of pages of previously secret files detailing the inner workings of President Bill Clinton's White House as it struggled with then First Lady Hillary Clinton's high-profile failure on health care reform was released on Friday. This is from Politico. They say the papers show a White House that was unabashed in its desires to manipulate the media through selective leaks and carefully chosen interviews. Now, keep that in mind as we go over one aspect that was released on Friday. They're putting stuff out now that is going to support them with their base. And what we're learning is that they wanted to regulate militia groups. They say in the wake of the Oklahoma City bombing, the Clinton administration considered the possibility of aggressive new regulation of domestic militia groups, including publishing membership lists of such organizations, requiring them to register with the federal government, requiring them to get permission before they could offer paramilitary training. And of course, if you're going to ban people giving quote-unquote paramilitary training, that's something where the definition is pretty malleable, just like assault rifle. It's not very well defined. But this is also interesting. Advisor Dick Morris said to them at the time, the public overwhelmingly supports a significant expansion in the FBI's ability to investigate militia groups. If you and the Justice Department believe such an expansion would be in the public interest, I would recommend we go ahead with a high-profile announcement. But the White House didn't want any of this. As a matter of fact, someone, Jennifer O'Connor, who is now working for the Obama White House, controlling the IRS scandal, also selling us Obamacare, said this at the time. She instructed them that this is not information that should be put on paper. But now it's been put on paper, and of course, it's been carefully leaked to their base via Politico. She also said, the ideas that we've talked about are really bad ideas, and they were bad ideas at the time. Of course, lawyers who analyzed this at the Department of Justice and at the White House said that they strongly believed that it was a serious mistake. Not so much that they thought it would be unconstitutional. They had a little bit of reservations about that, but they were most concerned about how the public would react to it. They said, we worry that further proposals of the type being discussed could be depicted in very menacing terms to average citizens and could tip the political balance against the president. Yes, it looks very menacing to me to register to prohibit militias. That was the main line of defense under the Constitution, not a permanent standing army. They were very concerned that we did not have a permanent standing army. They saw that as a threat to our liberties. It was a militia composed of armed citizens that was to be our line of defense. Well, that's it for tonight's news. Join us again tomorrow at 7 Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. If you're not a subscriber to our broadcast and you're watching it on YouTube, please consider becoming a subscriber there, as well as supporting our operation. Your subscription will help to fund this operation, and you can share it with 11 people, seeing the news each night as it happens, as well as watching Alex Jones's documentaries, all available there on Prison Planet TV. Join us tomorrow night. Thank you.
City of Austin tap water versus filtered City of Austin tap water.
I can taste dirt in it.
God knows what's in this.
This has an aftertaste.
Tastes like Austin water? Yeah, it does. Ugh.
These people just sampled City of Austin tap water straight from the faucet. Next, we had them try a sample of tap water filtered through the ProPure G2.0 filtration system.
High quality H2O.
That one is better.
Tastes like nothing.
Yep, I know what good water tastes like. It's good water.
Most tap water contains added substances like fluoride, chlorine, Monsanto's deadly pesticide, glyphosate, and many others. Studies prove that these substances are linked to an assortment of major health issues, including tooth decay, lowered IQ, and even cancer.
It tastes like you're drinking out of the lake when you're drinking tap water.
Yeah, it has that processed flavor to it.
The ProPure G2.0 filtration system removes these deadly substances and many more, leaving only fresh-tasting, deliciously clean water.
Okay, this is very tasty.
It's good water.
Refreshing.
It's good.
Go to InfoWarsStore.com today. Use promo code WATER and save 10% off your ProPure purchase. Again, that's InfoWarsStore.com or call 1-888-253-3139.
You are watching the InfoWars Nightly News, which airs 7 p.m. Central at InfoWarsNews.com. Members can share their passcode with up to 11 other people, and your support is helping us defend liberty worldwide.